Episode 1 of the Professional Couch Coaches with Doc and Mike. I'm Doc, of course, my
What's
brother
up?
from
What's up?
another mother. There we go, right there. Sound
What's up?
like
What's up?
Earl Jones,
What's up?
my
What's
boy
up?
Mike. So, Mike, we are here. We decided to do this thing. We've been talking about this for a minute. Like, this is not a whim. This is not a we yesterday we said, hey, let's do a pod. We've been talking about
Right.
this for a couple years actually. And now we're gonna try to, put our thoughts and takes on for other people to hear. What are your thoughts on us creating this pod?
Man, I thoroughly enjoy it, man. I think we made a good decision on going ahead and getting this thing started. It's been long overdue. We talk sports to ourselves a lot, have a lot of good takes that we feel like are, very important and very knowledgeable. We're not slow to the game. We're not new to it. So, I think this was long overdue.
Yeah, one of the things like I like the name of the pod for one, because we're both former athletes. People probably can't tell because I'm a little older, I'm a little slower right now, but I'm still athletic. I'm athletic. But we're both former athletes. We love sports. It's a big part of like our identities, and you know, especially when it comes to football. You're a Steelers fan, as people can tell with that raggedy ass jacket behind.
Man,
And I
keep it clean.
and I am a Ravens fan, if they can't tell. And um, like we go to games, we talk about how everything shapes up in the league, with a lot of sports things that happen. We watch First Take, we watch Undisputed, we watch all the shows, and
All
we
of them.
yeah, and we have opinions too. So that's basically what has brought us here. Is we feel like we say some important stuff sometimes, and we want to put it on wax. So uh,
Yep.
I hope everybody, when they're listening to it, they appreciate just our perspective, um, especially as former athletes, we're all coaches, and we coach from the couch because we're not
Right.
actually out there doing it. But
Nope.
sometimes, sometimes I feel like I would make better choices than some of the coaches. But
I definitely could
so
have made a lot more better choices than that raggedy OC we had last year. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now.
I mean, we could get into a lot of stuff like critiques we might have as we progress, but that's the thing. That's for everybody listening. That's the thing that made us want to create the professional couch coaches because as athletes, uh, sometimes we feel like we could do it. We could do this professionally. We could actually be coaches. So
Right.
uh, that led us here. So our first topic we're gonna get into. It's been a wild ass week. I mean, since the tampering period started, now we in what? It's been a whole week of free agency. It's been wild. Like, I think we were texting the other day, and you were like, "This has been like some unheard of type moves that happen. People shifting left and right." You're a
It's been
Steelers fan.
it's been the most entertaining free agency in the NFL as a whole. The free
As a
agency as a
whole,
whole for the NFL in a long time.
I agree. So, as a Steelers fan, y'all made a move tonight. Matter of fact,
Hmm.
on a Saturday, while everybody else was chilling, y'all made a move. So, how you feel about Justin Fields? Y'all giving up a draft pick for Justin Fields?
If we're talking about Justin Fields, in this just recent transaction that we just made, I feel like it was a very, very smart move for the organization. I mean, you getting them for little for nothing, a day 3 pick, a 6th round draft pick that could that could potentially turn into a fourth, just depending on playing time. But you getting them for nothing when at the beginning of free agency, when his market was hot, you was looking at maybe a first, maybe a second. Then you thinking about worst come to worst, maybe a third. And for the Steelers to pull off a 6th round draft pick who could for a quarterback that could potentially be the future. And well, I say potentially, these are all depending on how he plays, but just
Right.
potentially be the future just because he's still young. You know, he still got time. So, I think it's a smart move. I mean, it's a win-win. I mean, what you got to lose giving up a six for a talent like that. I think it's a
What
win.
you how you think that's gonna pan out? Because another move the Steelers made was
Hmm.
y'all brought in Russell Wilson. Um, how do you think that's gonna pan out? What are your thoughts? Because we about to put this on tape. How you
Okay.
think it's gonna play out? Will Russ play most of the games, or you think it's gonna be like a real healthy competition, and Justin Fields will actually have an opportunity to start some this year, or you think this is just like a building year, and what y'all really gonna focus on when it comes to Justin Fields is next year or next season?
Well, let me just say all from the beginning. Omar Khan is
Y'all, you know him,
probably.
you know Omar, you know Omar.
Did you know the OC when you met him in the elevator?
No,
Oh, okay. But all I can say is Omar Khan. That guy's doing his thing. He's doing his thing to get Russell Wilson. First of all, for $1 million. I mean, what are we losing here? You know,
nothing.
what are we losing? I mean,
That's
even if
chump change,
even if it don't work out, you know what I'm saying? You cutting ties with a quarterback for $1 million.
right?
So, but as far as the competition, um, I don't that portion. I don't know. I think right now it's too early. I think they'll see what they got, OTAs, going into the off season. I mean, I'm expecting them to add at least one more quarterback, just for depth. You're gonna carry three. Um, I I don't know. I don't know. I guess they got to see what they see out of both of them, just to see, where Russell is, to see what Justin Fields is as far as, picking up the playbook. But I'm sure that right now Russell Wilson's going to be your QB1 going into the season, just from how things shook up, trading Kenny away, not resigning any other backups. But, I think that's how it's going to shake up. Right now, you going in as Russell, your number one, until Fields prove otherwise. And if that carries over even through the season, you know, Justin is he still should be learning and picking up what he can to eventually take over those reins.
I agree with you. Um, I think it's like a no brainer. It was cheap. I mean, do I think Russell Wilson is like a top 10 quarterback? No. But I think for what you're going to pay for him, it was worth anybody taking a chance on.
But but think about this for the Steelers. If Russell Wilson give us the same production he gave us last year, would that not be better than all three quarterbacks that played last year?
It most definitely would be
He threw
better than
he threw for 26 touchdowns by himself. Us as a team had 13.
damn. That's it.
13
I
passing
really
touchdowns.
didn't know. Oh my, damn. That's
TJ
trash. No wonder.
TJ Watt has had more sacks in the past 2 years than our quarterbacks have had passing touchdowns.
Y'all defense is what's keeping y'all alive, boy. I tell you.
But just think about if we get 26 passing touchdowns from a quarterback, how much better our
What
offense could
what
be.
the
And that
difference is?
that and that's gonna help the defense. So
Yeah,
now you take a dominant defense and compare them with a comparable offense. Not even we don't even need you to be great. We just need you to go out there and just at least give us a good game.
right. We were talking probably like a week or two ago, and we were talking about we thought Russ might go to Atlanta and that Atlanta might be a nice spot, but Kirk
Hmm.
Cousins went. What do you
Right.
think about them? And they gave him a bag. Like
Hmm.
it wasn't like no vet minimum,
Mm-mm.
little
Kirk
rinky dink. They
Kirk
gave him a
Cousins is
contract.
he's never signed for nothing under a bag.
And I don't get it though. Like what are your thoughts? Like what do you think about the fact that
I don't
Atlanta could have they could have got Justin Fields.
I don't think Kirk Cousins is a bad quarterback. I don't think he's prime time, but I don't think he's bad. You put Kirk Cousins around talent, Kirk Cousins is gonna make some. He gonna make something happen. Justin Jefferson is a good receiver, but he ain't nothing without a quarterback.
That's true. I mean, you need
And
somebody to throw you the ball. I
exactly,
mean,
and you talking about he was putting up what 1,600 almost. I mean,
yeah.
somebody had to
He
throw him that ball.
yeah. So you're saying Atlanta is gonna be better. Well, hell, they're gonna be better than what they were last year.
Yeah, most
Because they
definitely.
couldn't get much worse. But
And they traded away Desmond Ritter.
they did. They got his ass up on out of there.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of like discourse on Twitter because that's what I'm sorry, X, because that's where I
Hmm.
get my news from. But they were talking about the fact that Atlanta could have had uh, made a play for Lamar last year and opted not to, but instead would rather pay somebody like Kirk Cousins, um,
I don't think
which
y'all were. I don't even as much as people say that. I don't think y'all were ever in a place to even try to get rid of Lamar. Like y'all was not, unless Lamar publicly said, "I do not want to go back to Baltimore." Y'all were not going to deal Lamar nowhere.
Lamar said he wanted to go where he was wanted and
Hmm.
would get his value. He
But that's
never
not
said
saying
he
I don't want
didn't.
to.
He
Exactly.
never said he didn't want to play in Baltimore, but he did say he wanted to go where he was desired and would be paid for his talents.
Right.
So, so you don't think Atlanta dropped the ball? You think Atlanta was just like because the owner did say some disparaging things towards Lamar. He's injury prone. His style won't last. The usual Lamar
Right.
stuff. Uh, but you don't think that could have been their opportunity to not even it didn't have to be Lamar, but that could have been their opportunity last year instead of riding with Desmond Ritter, as opposed to this year going with Kirk Cousins.
No. Um. I don't think that was ever even. I think it
An
could have been an
option.
option, but I don't think it was. I don't think y'all would have, because I mean y'all franchise tagged them. Like
Yes,
y'all gave them y'all the transition tag. It wasn't a full tag, but it was a transition tag. Like, hey, you can look for a trade, but it wasn't like, hey, we just gonna let you walk out of here. Because if that's the case, y'all wouldn't even a franchise tag them. Y'all
right.
to just let them test the market and see what happens.
Has there true, you're right. Has there been any other like things that have happened in free agency that has got you like, wow. One of the
Y'all.
things I'll tell you that kind of sparked me was Saquon
Mhm.
actually going to the Eagles. Um, I'm actually surprised the Giants let him go.
I'm not.
And
I'm
wouldn't
not.
why? Because he's a running back.
No, because I don't think I don't think that's the type of organization that wants to keep a high profile running back like that. Like if they wanted to, they could have paid him last year instead of giving him a 1 year deal.
True,
Like so,
true.
obviously they already told him what what I'm saying, how they felt about him.
Thought of yeah.
Yeah. So, but I like that. I like that pickup for the Eagles.
I do too.
That's good because I mean you see what wasn't DeAndre Swift what he did with
Yeah,
them, and then you talk
yeah.
about you get a player like Saquon. I mean that's that's a good pickup, but is he gonna hold up all year? That's the
You think
question.
he injury prone?
I don't think he's injury prone, but I mean, you play a position to where you getting hit
Like
every other
every
play.
play?
You touch the ball, every time
Hmm.
you touch the ball, somebody trying to take your head off. So
Yeah,
you know, one move I like but I dislike is y'all picking up Derrick Henry.
I thought that was a pretty good move, though. I
I
mean,
thought that I don't like it because it's y'all, but
yeah,
it's a that's that's scary for
I agree.
the style of offense y'all run with that zone read, and you got to come downhill, and you gonna have to commit to Derrick Henry, and Lamar pulled that ball and ain't nobody there. That's scary
That is.
because
Lo- Long as he
that
don't look back to make sure nobody behind him. If he just keep running, that's six. That's six.
when
If
you
he
there
can
for
get to
that
that
play,
second, shut the hell up. Yes, I'm still.
when you in the stands for that play,
I was there. I'll
when
talk
you
about that later, but
oh okay.
um, nah. I think that was a good acquisition by the Ravens. To uh, I hope they bring J.K. back. I don't think they will. Um,
No, y'all don't
but
have to. Y'all got that rookie, that Mitchell.
he tore his ACL. He won't be ready till like mid-season.
Okay. But when did he
He still
get hurt?
got
Was it
Justice
the end of the
Hill.
season?
Probably game 10.
He might be back for preseason.
Well, we gonna see, but
He might.
we gonna
He
see.
might.
I mean,
But y'all
I,
got him.
I
Y'all
hope they
don't
bring
y'all
back JK. I like JK.
I mean, I ain't saying he bad, but y'all don't need to pay him when you got Mitchell and then you still got Justice Hill. Because right
That's
now,
true.
Derrick Henry gonna be your horse. You don't need to
He
bring
is gonna
JK.
be
You don't need to bring JK back to get what? To spell Derrick Henry for 10 carries.
that because that's all that's gonna happen.
Yeah, because Derrick Henry's not
Because
injury
Lamar
prone.
gonna get 5 to 7 a game.
Yeah, now he gonna get more than that now.
He might.
Because you think you run that zone read, that defensive end or that outside linebacker. I don't see too many people not crashing down on Derrick Henry. I just see Lamar pulling that ball a lot because you gonna have to commit. A lot of people ain't gonna just let Derrick Henry just.
Do his thing.
Yeah, that's a
Drag him.
long day. That's a long day. That's a long day. Yeah, so that's one move I do like, but I don't like just because it's y'all. But I ain't too worried. Y'all ain't had too many good games against Pittsburgh in a few years. You know,
That's true. You're
yeah.
absolutely correct.
I mean,
You that's Achilles heel. I agree with you. We
yeah.
watched all of the losses too. Well, they were wins for
Watch,
you.
yeah.
They were losses for a
Hmm.
Ravens fan, but we were been there to watch them. But what do you think about the direction San Diego, the LA Chargers have are taking? Got rid of
They,
Mike Williams. They
I
let
think
go of Keenan.
they put themselves in a blender that they couldn't. It was no, they had no other options. Like
They ain't got no money.
they were strapped under the salary cap. There's nothing. Either they was gonna get rid of Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Mike Williams, and Keenan, or they got to come to you and be like, hey, either you got to restructure or we got to let you go. And
Yeah,
Keenan already said you seen the reports. He told him
that's
I wasn't
on.
restructuring. I ain't restructuring that. I done had my best season of my career.
Right.
So you
Shout out
think
to
like
Keenan.
shout out to G Burrow,
That's right. Here's the
North,
North Side boy. North
Northern High
Side.
School.
That's right. Northside Greensboro boy. Played at
Yeah.
Craft Center. Shout out Craft Center.
Shout
Yeah.
out DJ Reader.
Yeah, exactly. DJ got a bag in
Yep.
Detroit. I think that's a good look too for him.
Yep. Larry O
Like
from
going,
Ragsdale.
yeah. Look at that. All them North Carolina Greensboro boys.
Yep.
But so you think the Chargers they had to because they're poor by standards of the NFL
Yeah.
to kind of forego their offensive weapons for Justin Herbert. So what you think that's going to mean for the team next year?
And they're gonna have to draft a receiver.
Or two?
Yeah, but I mean, what what can you do? I mean, Khalil Mack restructured, Bosa restructured. You let go of Mike Williams, and
Yeah,
then you trade away Keenan. I mean, we was talking and we said, yeah, you could have got Keenan for a fourth, but who got 20 million on their salary cap to, take on that
nobody.
contract? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's 20 million.
That's a lot of money.
That's 20 million you had to take on for that salary. The Bears had the money,
Yeah,
so that's why they could
but they,
do it.
yeah, but I was like, I would love for Keenan to come to the Ravens. That would have been a like sure hand receiver that win his routes for Lamar. I would have loved that. We
Man,
just can
that's
we
scary.
can't afford him. We can't
Yeah,
afford him. Like I
yeah.
be joking, like keep calling the Steelers like poor when we're talking. Like y'all have more salary cap money than the
We
Ravens got though. Like
we have plenty of salary cap money.
yeah, because we trying to pay Lamar and some
Yeah.
other people. We don't
I,
have the money right now.
our starting quarterback is worth $1 million right now.
Yeah, and mine is worth 50. So
Yeah, yeah. And
that's
your middle linebacker's 20.
yeah, he's making $20 million.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
I wish you would have made it to the NFL, man. But then I probably wouldn't have known you. But like, cause you like my brother, so I know like I would carry your bags. I would like, hey Mike, what you need? Like, you want me to clean your cleats for you? Like, I'm being serious. You want me to
Clean
run
my
out and go
cleats.
get your Chipotle? Like, what you need me to do? Like, I'm being serious, dog. Like, 20 million a year? Come
Yeah,
on, dog.
yeah. That's wild. But
Hell yeah, it's wild.
yeah,
But
this free agency has been it's been crazy. Yeah. I mean, who else have y'all picked up other than Derrick Henry?
nobody. We ain't got no damn money.
Really?
We didn't resign some people. We ain't picked up nobody else. We ain't got no money. I think they trying to get a wide receiver though. I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna just let it ride with Bait and Flowers. I don't think they're gonna let it ride with that. What you think about Hollywood going to Kansas City?
Mm. I think it's a good move for Kansas City. I mean, they didn't MVS left, I think, where his contract was over.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
they
yeah,
needed a speed receiver. They tried it with McCole Hartman again. That ain't panning out. So they
yeah,
need that
man.
speed receiver. They got Rice. So I think Rasheed Rice is a good, possession receiver that Mahomes rely on. But they tried to throw us a bag for Deontay Johnson, reports say. They
Oh,
said they
oh
the
the
Chiefs,
Chiefs.
they offer like a second or a third round pick, but the Pittsburgh Steelers was like, "You not
He ain't
get,
going there.
you ain't going
Mm,
nowhere in the AFC." They said
yeah,
they could
I
have got
don't
a
blame
better,
him.
yeah. Because you think about Deontay Johnson in Kansas City,
I
relax.
look. I was shocked when I saw. That's what I want to take. We're gonna talk about. I was shocked when I saw that y'all let him go. I like legit shocked because
I w-
he was on my fantasy team. He kept getting hurt, but I actually like Deontay Johnson.
I do too, but he was disgruntled. He kept making
Yeah,
comments, and, you know how Mike is about that. We want
he be like, "You gotta go."
volunteers. We want volunteers, not hostages.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
you got to
shipped
think.
Kenny ass out too.
Well, Kenny, same thing. It's the
Yeah,
same exact thing. You know, if you get rid of a star receiver in the prime of them making career history records, Antonio
yeah,
Brown,
you done with him.
nobody. Well, you think about it like this: nobody's above reprieve. Like,
That's true.
you get rid of Antonio Brown, he's in the middle of setting career records,
Yeah, you
Hall
right.
of Fame numbers. And you like, hey, and you ain't trade him away for 2 first rounds. You trade him away for a third round pick.
Yeah,
Nobody's above getting let go. Hey man, you a problem. What's the quote Mike Tomlin say? You a issue until it's a problem until I can't take it no more, or something like that. That he always
right.
says. Yeah. So I mean, same thing with Kenny. Kenny had an issue with us bringing in Russell. They asked him, you gonna be able to do it? He said, nah. So it was like, all right, cool, gotta go.
Yep.
So
So I want to talk about something we talked about. Like this is this is our text thread. So
okay, hold on,
we
whoa,
talked
whoa,
about.
whoa, whoa,
Oh no 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 no! I got you. This is I got you. This is
whoa.
part of our text thread.
Okay.
Um, from back in February, and you was like, if you are the Bears, are you trading Fields or drafting Caleb Williams? Right?
Hmm.
We already know tonight they got rid of Fields, which is funny.
Yeah.
But I said I would keep Fields because I don't know what Caleb Williams might be. And I think it's best to gamble with the money, like on something rather than take the risk in him being a bust. So what what do you think? Um, you had a little, you were kind of like, maybe it's worth the risk. Do you still? Well, apparently the Bears feel that way. What do you think?
Honestly, if I'm the Bears right now I'm trying to decide who's better, Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels. You got rid of Fields, so that's not an option.
Right,
Caleb Williams is good. Jaden Daniels is battle tested. He went through the SEC last year and won the Heisman through the SEC, and
right.
I mean, he put up gaudy numbers in the SEC and beat Alabama. I
Yep,
mean, he didn't make it to the national. I mean, because they had Georgia over there. Georgia some dogs, but still, he put up some numbers in the SEC. So I'm not no scout, but
right.
I think that's what's going to be on your mind right now as an organization. Who should you gamble on? Is it, do you think Caleb Williams a sure thing, or do you think Jaden Daniels a sure thing, or hell, you might even think Drake May a sure thing.
I pray to God they don't think Drake. I know, hey, we Carolina fans
I'm about to say
across the
I
board,
like Drake.
but
I've seen
they
I've
bet
seen
not
some
bring no
bad
damn Drake May.
I've seen some bad games from Drake, and that Virginia game he played was bad. That Clemson game he played was bad. But Drake got some arm talent. I don't think he's better than Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels college wise. I mean, in the pros, they could turn into something different. You never know. But I'm not sure. But as the Bears, if you ask me who I would take,
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably roll with Jaden. I'm gonna go on with the Heisman winner.
Oh, so you're gonna
Yeah,
forego Caleb Wick? I am
yeah,
shocked.
yeah. I'm
I
going with
am
Jaden.
shocked.
I'm going with
Oh
Jaden.
my god. I am shocked. I am
Yeah,
shocked that you are saying this. I thought you would for sure say Caleb Williams. Like for sure.
yeah.
I,
I mean, Caleb is battle tested too because he did it at Oklahoma. Then he went to USC. He did it. He can't help that his defense was not good at USC. He can't help that.
no, he
I mean,
can't.
but he put up numbers. That loss to Washington hurt them. But um, I don't know. Jaden Daniels look good, man. That 3,000, 1,000, that 1,000 rushing yards, you can't beat that.
You don't think they should, although they had the first pick, of course they're gonna take a quarterback. You don't
Yeah.
think they should bring in a veteran to like, you know, have whoever they choose sit
I,
behind them?
I thought they picked up a veteran.
Did
I
they?
thought they
Oh,
got
okay.
Sam Darnold. Where did Sam Darnold go?
Oh, they did. They did. They did. They
Oh, about
did.
to say, I thought they picked up a veteran quarterback. About to make me go to my notes.
Yeah, get in your notes because they might have, but it's Sam Darnold. But still,
But I mean, if it don't work, I mean, still Sam Darnold.
I feel, yeah. So we got Sam Darnold um, and the potential
Or
whoever
did Sam?
number one.
Or did he go to? Where did he go?
He went to the Vikings.
That's all.
Did he
Okay,
not? Yeah, he
I
went to
think
the
it say the
Vikings.
Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings.
Yeah, I just thought about it because they was talking about since Kirk Cousins left that they actually somebody said they like Sam Darnold like a lot, like that's their guy.
Really?
So the Vikings like really like him. So we gonna see, but I still feel like they should bring in a veteran. I don't believe in starting quarterbacks right away. I think it's
I
a
mean,
setup.
CJ Stroud ain't say different.
It don't. I mean, sometimes you get a unicorn. Sometimes think about his first game. Think about his 17th game. He looked different. Um, and
Who did he?
you
Who did
know
he play? Who did he play his first game? All right, like chill out
The
now.
Baltimore
Like,
Ravens.
come on now.
I'm
Come
just
on now.
saying he grew over the season,
But
and
you got
I
the
think
only way. The only way you can learn how to play this game is by playing.
it's by playing. So you
You,
say throw him to the wolves.
I didn't say throw him to the wolves, set him up for success. But the only way you can get better at playing this game is playing. Nobody has ever rode the bench and got better.
You right. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree. I still think you should give your quarterback some time
Yeah,
because
but if you don't
college
have
is
that,
different.
if you don't have that veteran quarterback that's even good enough to even give him that time, think about Patrick Mahomes. The only reason he was given time was because he had Alex Smith in front of him. The only reason
True,
Aaron Rodgers was given time is because he had Brett Favre in front of him. Like,
true,
the only reason Lamar was given time is because he had Flacco in front of him. Like,
true. I mean, you're right.
if you don't have a veteran quarterback that's good enough to give you that time, then you're not going to get that time. You gonna have to play.
All I'm saying is they did the same thing for Justin Fields, and it did not pan out in the way that they hoped, and they gave up a lot of draft picks to get Justin Fields.
But
And 4 years later, they've shipped him off for peanuts. And perhaps, I'm guessing they think whoever they draft is going to be better than Justin Fields was in year 4.
so think about this. Do you feel like Justin Fields was set up for success?
No,
So has like we can't even write the story on Justin Fields yet.
that's
He
what I'm
they just
saying.
they just gave him a receiver last year, and look how much better his season was.
Yeah, but they are giving weapons to whoever going to be their number one draft pick
Yeah, I mean,
already.
but as a coach, as a coach, you either gotta win or you gonna be looking for a job.
I mean, I agree. Uh, I wholeheartedly agree. I just I don't think they should play whoever they draft. I think they should give them 5, 6, 10 games, start them in the second half of the season or something. I don't think you should just throw them out there because the expectations are going to be too high.
Who's
That's
the
why
coach?
these kids fail. I don't even know who the Bears coach is.
Is it Matt Eberflus still?
I don't know.
Because
But
if
all I'm saying is that's why these kids fail. It's too much pressure. They're not prepared for it. These young kids, they're not prepared for it. And what ultimately happens is they self-esteem get low. Now they are suffering from performance anxiety. Then they flop.
yeah, but that's the rigors of being a NFL quarterback anyway. So if you can't handle that now, as when your career first start, how you think you gonna handle that in year 6 when you might have a bad season?
Yes. I mean, you're right. You're right. I
So
mean,
you
it's rare. It's rare to find quarterbacks that have winning seasons every season that they've been in the NFL and don't have down years or their stats are not where they want them to be. I just think when the expectations are high, especially like a number one draft pick, it makes it harder. Like, think about all the number one draft picks in the last 10 years that have been quarterbacks.
first
Where
overall,
are they now? First overall, number one. Where they at now? How many of them in the last 5 years are still playing for the team that drafted them?
in the past 5, well, you talk about, you can't say past 5, you got to go like after
10
5
then.
years. You got to say after 5 years because Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence is still playing at the Jaguars.
Okay. He's the only one. Last 10 years then.
I don't even
After
know.
their rookie contract.
Do you know who the past 10 first overall
I'm
quarterbacks
not
were?
sure why you're asking me these questions. I asked you a question. I'm not sure why.
I don't know who all the first overall quarterbacks were.
Baker Mayfield,
Okay. What year was he drafted? 17?
2018.
18. Okay.
Yeah. He was the number one draft pick
Okay. So,
over
okay.
Josh
Oh.
Allen, over Sam Darnold.
Sam don't count.
I mean, over one guy. We ain't going to mention him, but he was the 32nd pick,
Uh-huh.
2-time MVP. But I'm just saying, like, think about Baker Mayfield.
Uh-huh.
Didn't Cleveland have a draft pick right before him 2 years before that? They didn't take Johnny. What was that boy
Johnny
that played in
Manziel?
Texas? He
Yeah.
wasn't the number one, was he?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They just
no.
took him in the first round.
Right.
Okay. I couldn't remember if he was a number one or not. When did Andrew Luck play? What year? Was it 10 years ago?
Was it 2012? Wasn't it about
12 years
2020?
ago? Yeah. 12 years ago? All I'm
No,
saying
that's
is,
11 or 12. Yeah, you're right. 12 years ago.
all I'm saying is,
He stayed with his team the whole time till he retired.
how many
But he
years did he
did.
play?
But he did stay with his team the whole time.
How many years did he play?
5 or 6.
Yeah. He didn't even make it to his second contract.
No, I mean he was injury prone.
No, they did try to sign him for his second contract. And
Yeah,
then he
he
was like,
retired.
nah,
Yeah,
I'm good. My bones are hurting. I'm going to
right.
pack it on up at the tender age of 27. Just going to let it
Kyler,
go.
Kyler Murray still play for his team,
He does. He does. Good
and he
old
got a second
Kyler.
contract
And
early.
he got his second.
He got a second
Kyler,
contract after 3 or 4 years.
Kyler is the unicorn.
Yeah.
What you
What?
think?
Who
Never
got
mind. We'll
drafted?
get into it.
Oh, I'm about to say, and Joe Burrow. You
Was
know
he
he gonna
number
get
one?
his second contract. Yeah, first
He
overall.
already got it. They paid him.
Oh, yeah, Joe
They
Burrow.
already paid him. That's why they ain't got no money now.
That's why they had to let go of Joe.
They gonna have to let go. You know who I want? T. Higgins.
They're not gonna trade T. Higgins to the Ravens.
I know they
They
not.
were not. No,
I know they not. But if
they ain't
things
not.
get desperate, I would
No.
love.
The only way y'all would have got T. Higgins is if they would have not franchise tagged him and let him walk away, like y'all did Patrick Queen.
Yeah. How you feel about PQ?
I like it. I like the athleticism. We need an athletic linebacker. I like the
He's athletic.
athleticism.
He's quick.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Mm-hmm.
He's not good in coverage on running backs, but other than that, PQ is an excellent linebacker. I hope he does well with the Steelers, as long as y'all ain't playing the Ravens. But
Yeah.
He does
I
not
like that.
cover well running backs.
Okay. I
So I'm
mean,
telling you that now. So the first time you see it and you like, what are you doing? You'll know that I said it
you already told me.
already. I already
Okay.
told you. So we're about to enter this part of the show that we are gonna call our 2-minute warning. And this is the part of the show where Mike and myself will take a minute, minute and a half a piece, maybe a minute. We keep it to 2 minutes. Our 2-minute warning, where we get to vent or say whatever we want to say during that 2 minutes. So this is what we call our 2-minute warning. Brought live. I got something to get off my chest, so I am prepared for this warning.
Go ahead, go. You go first.
I got to. I spent $600 on a playoff ticket for the experience. Mike will attest to this. I said, I gotta be in the building when Lamar sends the Ravens to the Super Bowl. Ain't that what I said? That's what I said. $600. The flight was like $250 to get to Baltimore.
Chump change for a doctor.
Chump change for the doctor. But $600 on this ticket. Bought a single ticket. Mike refused to go because he said, my team ain't playing. Why the hell would I go?
Facts.
So the experience, however, the atmosphere was live, Mike. Me and Mike was texting during the game. I didn't talk to you during the game.
Mm-hmm.
What I saw on the field blew my mind. I have never in my life. We could have won, and I don't want to sound like that type of fan, but Mike,
Y'all could have won twice.
Mike, we could have won. That's what frustrated me. It wasn't even spending the money on a ticket. It was the fact that we literally could have won and scored 10 points. We scored 10 points. This is the offense that was putting up 30 points averaging. And we scored. Lamar threw in triple coverage. Zay fumbled out of bounds. It was everything that could have went wrong, literally went wrong. At one point in the game, I said to the white boys that were surrounding me, like as we were watching the game, this is not our day. It's just not our day. The defense did exactly what they were supposed to. The Chiefs didn't score in the second half. They scored 17 points in the first half. They didn't score again. They didn't even get in scoring range until the last 30 seconds of the game. It was like over. The defense did exactly what they were supposed to. And the offense, I don't even know what happened. Me and Mike talked about this. We were talking about this play earlier. And the crowd went crazy. Lamar got through the line, past the second level, and nobody was there. No defender was in sight for 10 yards. Lamar's fast. Like, he's really fast. And he did something that I've never in the history since 2018 watching him play. He did something I've never seen him do. He cut through the line. He looked back. He slowed down and looked back, and the defender was able to catch. I've never seen him look back as if somebody was going to catch him. And he got caught. He got caught. And that's when I knew, oh, yeah. Lamar getting caught from behind after he got 10 yards on somebody, it ain't our day. It ain't our day. It ain't our day. I just want to put it out there. Oh, and another thing for everybody that calls and texts me within a 10-minute radius of the game being over, what the hell are you? Why would you do that? I was depressed. I was sad. I just spent $800 to fly to Baltimore. And you thought I wanted to answer a call and a text? Look, Mike called me. He said, "Don't hurt yourself." My my other best friend called me and said, "Are you okay?" My wife called me and said, "It's just a game." Because they knew how I was feeling. Who thought, why nobody has texted me all season or called me all season? You wait till the AFC Championship game when the Ravens lose to call me. I have never declined so many people I ain't called back yet. And it's March. And I'm not calling you back. So if you are watching this, I honestly think it was rude of you to call me during that time. That's my rant. That's my 2-minute warning. Mike,
Was it 2
you got
minutes?
that was like 3, but I had to get that off my chest.
That was that was like 6.
Mike, can you believe people call me though?
That's wild. I called you. I just wanted to make sure you wasn't drinking Clorox or something.
You text me and you was like, "Hey, don't hurt yourself now." I know, because you know.
Yeah.
It's people, Mike, I ain't heard from in 2-3 years, and they picked that night to call me.
Yeah.
This is how upset I was, Mike. I left the stadium. I ain't even go gamble.
Yeah, that ain't you. That ain't
Mike,
you.
when we go to Baltimore, even when we go to Pittsburgh,
Even when you lose, you still
even
win.
when we lose, what I do, I still go gamble.
Still go gamble.
I ain't even gamble. I got my ass on the train. I got back to the hotel. I sat in sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch ESPN for like 2 months. I told you. You was like, "You seen First Take?" I have no fucking clue what's happening. Like, I don't know. I was depressed, man. It hurt my feelings. It really did. To get that far, Mike, we should have won. No, I'm sorry. Okay, you got the floor. My bad. You got the floor. It's on you now. It's on you.
All right. My 2-minute warning rant is I feel like this year, this off season for the Steelers have been absolutely different than any off season I have witnessed in 20 years of me really when I can understand football. I'll say that I've been a Steelers fan all my life, but 10, 11, and 12, you're not really knowing what's going on, but me really understanding football, this is different. I mean, usually the Steelers do things the Steeler way, and they promote within instead of like the coaching staff. They release players. They may sign people, a month before the draft, get the leftovers, not no high-end free agent, never no high-end free agent, none of that. They're not bringing a bunch of publicity to the Steelers, no shining light. This offseason has been different. And I think Mike Tomlin has came to a point, even Omar Khan, both of them have had a discussion and said, if we won't change, we got to do things different. You fire your whole coaching staff, bring in a whole new coaching staff. The only 2 people they returned was Sully and Mike Sullivan and Randy Fichtner. No, not Randy Fichtner. The running back coach. I can't think of his name right now. And of course, Danny, the special teams coach. But everybody else is brand new. And the defensive coordinator, I'm sorry, he's still there. But it's been different on the offensive side of the ball, and I think they won't change on the offense. You bring in a high end quarterback such as Russell Wilson. You just trade for Justin Fields less than 8 hours ago. Um, yeah, this has been different. I mean, even the additions that we added, Van Jefferson ain't, he's not high end or anything. I think he'll be a good rotational receiver. I think we're still looking for a receiver to try to, complement what DJ used to bring to us. But to get Deshaun Elliott, I think that was a sneaky good pickup. I think that
I
was
do too.
sneaky.
I forgot y'all got Deshaun. Yeah,
Yeah. I think that was a sneaky good safety we picked up. A box safety that can keep Minka out the box. Now Minka can just roam that backfield like what he want to do. And Deshaun hit. Like that boy different. He made different. That boy hits.
he
So
will hit. If
yeah,
he
I
don't
think
do nothing else, he gonna
he
put his body on the line.
and that boy made different. Even as when we traded DJ, we got Dante Jackson, the corner from the Panthers. I think he'll be a good number two for JPJ. So and he come downhill on that run too. Action Jackson different too. So I like the moves we made. We'll see what we do in this draft. We'll see what we do if we pick up another receiver. But I like what we got, and to finish it off, the Tar Heels just lost. Uh,
Damn,
they did. They lost to NC State.
he's fake. I saw that.
Yeah.
They were
Mm.
losing at halftime. I saw they were losing.
Well, Carolina was up by 1.5, but
Oh,
I,
okay.
I still don't think this is bad for Carolina. I think Carolina still get a number one seed because all the other number one seeds, the teams ahead of us, everybody lost but UConn. That was the only team that won
Yeah,
the conference.
yeah,
So yeah, I think we're still good. But I my finish that out. I like the additions. I like what they're doing. They're doing something different than what the Steelers normally do. And I think Steeler fans are, kind of shocked. They kind of, oh, what's going on? But
yeah.
sometimes you got to make changes to do something different.
To get a
But yeah,
different
that's
result.
your different result. You can't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Expect something different. So I think I like it. I like it. I'm gonna see what they do with it.
Word up. Well,
Yeah,
that's the end of your rant.
yeah. I'm
That wasn't
done. I'm
really a
done.
rant. That was more like a you just wanted to give kudos to the Steelers because
Facts.
they're oh
My
okay, okay.
my rant can be rant on
Right.
whatever I would like it to.
You're absolutely correct. I stand corrected. I apologize.
But
So
yeah,
that's episode one of Professional Couch Coaches with me and my boy